And I'm just being transparent with you guys. I don't want nobody to judge me. If you do, it does not matter, right? Because at the end of the day, those are your opinions. But at the same time, these are the things that held me back. But so it made me feel like I didn't deserve the next level. So my whole mindset was get away from this. Like, yes, I'm going to do what it is that I'm doing to get away from this. But it seems like you're running towards something when you're really not. You're running from something. And if you're running from something, you're in a negative mindset. And if you're in a negative mindset, you're vibrating low. If you're vibrating low, then guess what you get? You actually attract what it is that you're thinking about all the time. Instead of thinking about I can have, you're thinking about I gotta get, I don't have this. If you help enough people get what they want, right? You'll get what you want by default. Like, how can you ask somebody to pay to get involved with you in a business and you never made a deposit into their life? And I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about depositing value into their life. So you have to deposit something in order to make a withdrawal. And this is with people. So I'm going to give you guys my 5 pillars of wealth, right? 5 pillars of wealth. I want you guys to write this down. 5 pillars of wealth. The first pillar is God. You cannot do nothing without it. You have to understand that you're not running from or running to resources. You have to run to the source that is the source of all resources. See, what I was doing is I was focused on the money. I was running for money. Why? Because I had no money. I'm in the mindset, don't have none, to go after some, which made the money run from me. Anytime you hunt a thing, it runs from you. So if you're chasing money, then guess what happens? It continues to flee. I started chasing the source. You got to understand that God already knows your heart. He knows what you want. He already has it waiting on you. He knows who you are. So he's the key to your whole life, because it's all about your character and your habits. And I understand that everybody on this call has habits. We have a character, a situation. I have one because we're human. We're human, right? So we develop these habits that help us numb the pain of what we're going through. But in the process of going through pain, you have to develop something called patience. The only way to develop patience is to go through some pain. And guess why it's brought up patience? Because to get to the rank that you're trying to hit, to get to the life that you're trying to achieve, and I'm going to take trying out of there, to get to the life that you want to achieve, you have to have patience. You sow a seed in the beginning, it won't reap a harvest until it's done. You get pregnant seed in the beginning, but you won't have the baby until 9 months from now, maybe 10. You're pregnant with purpose. Until you understand that you're pregnant with purpose, you are literally running from something. Fear. False evidence appearing real, or face everything and rise, or forget everything and run, whatever it means to you. But fear is not the absence of faith. Fear means faith is there. Fear means it's time for you to act. Fear lets you know that something is wrong. Bust through the fear. How do you bust through fear? Action. What is action? Faith on steroids. The only way to activate faith is to use it. So here's my thing. Are you activating it though? Are you using the faith, or do you just have it? That's called belief. I believe all day, but faith, on the other hand, is something totally different. I call myself King Coach. Say it with your chest and flex your faith, because we always got our faith on flex, right? So you have to flex your faith. Use it. Like, that's the only way to strengthen it. It's the only way to grow it. It's the only way to outlast the pain. The only way to understand, like, I'm going this way because something in me is telling me that I'm greater than where I'm at right now. Everybody be running around talking about we are gods. I don't believe that. We create on a lower level, yes. Lower level, yes. So I call it little G-O-D. Greatness on display. You are greatness on display. Are you displaying all of your greatness? Are you displaying how you really feel? Because if you're not, You feel it. And then you feel like everybody else can see it. And then when you start getting around everybody else, you feel different. You feel like you don't fit it because you know it's something in you that you're supposed to be doing and you're just not doing it because you don't believe that you can have it right now. Or you're still focused on where you're coming from. Come on, somebody. Because it's literally about you. You have to come to the understanding that it's about you, understanding who you are, whose you are, and what you want. Don't focus on becoming the person. Focus on being the person right now. Only thing that matters is the right now. Now, if you start moving, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to write a book on this. Because it's two forms of fear. It's two forms. It's one that's like, oh, I don't want that no more. I'm running. I'm out of here. And you're trying to pay off this and pay off that. Here, take this, take that, take. Oh, you don't like me? Oh, you hating? All right, I'm gonna go. When I get to the point where I can drive a Bentley, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stun on you. All the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. It's not to show somebody up. It's not just to have it. It's not to just live comfortably because when you get there, guess what? It's another level for you. And guess what? You can have that level. We have to start dreaming big. And where you're going right now is big. It's not small. It's not small. It's about to handle all of your issues. Where you're going right now, and it's guess what? It's already yours. It belongs to you. Nobody else can sit on your throne. Nobody else can rock your crown. It's yours already. You start up, man. When I started operating in what they were telling me, that was in me because you have personal power and then you are powerless. And some people are powerless. Some people are going through depression. Some people are around individuals that they need to get from around or get up under. You cannot be around that person because they're bringing you down. People do two things, take you up or take you down. They're just like elevators. You got to get yourself around other individuals that's going somewhere. So what are we talking about? Making a decision. Get mad. Don't get mad at the situation, right? Just make a decision to push you into where you're trying to go. It's not, all right. Thank you, Lord. You're either being pushed or pulled. You're either being pushed or pulled. When you think about attraction, there is an attraction when you take the magnet, put it to another magnet, and it will push the magnet away, right? Or you can take the magnet, put it to the magnet, and it'll pull whatever it is, that magnet to you. Which side are you? The negative or the positive side? If you're operating in the positive, it'll pull you to where you're trying to go. If you're operating in the negative, it'll push you. But guess what? It's not attracting a single thing. It's not giving you anything. Maybe some hurt, maybe some heartache, maybe some frustration. And if you're operating in frustration, then it's not going the way that it's supposed to go. That means reset. I've given myself the okay to reset myself. Why? Because I know I'm human. I know I'm gonna mess up. I know I'm gonna make mistakes. And I believe that, and I'm telling you guys what I believe, and I'm being transparent with you guys again. Like I thought I had to be there before I can speak on that level. I didn't think I deserved to be in a room with other greats and other, millionaires and things of that nature because of where I came from. So I'm literally a person that has everything in him, knowing that I have it to be there, but I'm scared to be there because I'm thinking in my head, and this is what goes on in your head, that somebody's going to find me out. Everybody is jacked up, y'all. everybody got some type of issues, right? And everybody wants to be, the best version of them, and everybody has a purpose, right? So you have to understand self, understanding who you are, what you're here for, and taking that journey and enjoying the journey and celebrating yourself and celebrating yourself and for somebody else celebrate you. Talk to yourself. And I'm talking about speak love to yourself. I ain't talking about criticize yourself. You know, you can give yourself feedback every single day. And it's about literally writing down your goals for the day that's leading you to the big goal for the week, that's leading you to the big goal for the month. And I'm pretty sure everybody on here is writing stuff down, right? Y'all better be writing everything down because that's the biggest thing and the first thing that you need to do is start writing down and, you know, taking control of your time because that's all you got and you don't even own it. So you don't know how much time you got left. So you have to make moves based off of, look, I don't know how much time I got left. So there's no such thing as time management because you don't own it, but you can manage your tasks every single day. Write down your goals for that day that you're going to be happy with. Have y'all ever done that? Like literally wrote down your goals, right? Wrote down your goals, and when you wrote them down and you actually did them and accomplished them, it moved you one step closer to the bigger goal. That's literally how it's done. It says write the vision, make it plain. If you ain't write it down yet, that's the very first step. It's the very first step. So if your upline is saying, hey, you need to do this, whatever the case may be, then you work it into your schedule, right? So that you can get to where you're going, not where you're going from, but where you're going. How do you know where you're going? You got to know what you want. And then if you don't write down what you want, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of crazy to try to keep it in your mind. Everybody understands how the mind works. It's all over the place. It thinks about 100 things a minute, 100 things a second. You know, even if you're thinking about the past, you're dwelling on that past thing. And I'm telling you guys, it will hold you in the past. It will hold you still. We think we're moving forward, but we're not. It's quicksand. It feels like it, but you're not because you're running to replace or get rid of or stop or don't come for me anymore. If y'all don't get anything out of what I'm saying tonight, get the fact that a lot of people, and I know it's some of y'all on this call, I know it, I feel it. I feel it. You're doing what you're doing to get out of what you're going through. Instead of focusing on what you're here to go to. And when you start focusing on that bigger dream, that bigger goal of what you're here to go to, it makes you feel better. It brings forth joy. It makes you, and that's what you need. You need to feel. You need to feel happy. You need to feel joy on a regular basis. You need to understand. You start seeking. You start wanting to get up in the morning. Please feel me on this, y'all. I don't know why God downloaded this into my spirit today while I was cutting hair. Today. You are focused on your past. I don't care. You might not be thinking about somebody that did you wrong, somebody that did this to you, a relationship or this or whatever the case. You might not be thinking about that. You're like, but I got this bill to take care of. I got to take care of this. I got to make sure my kids are straight. I want to make sure they don't have to go through what I went through. You're saying all of these, you're running from that to something. And it's the focus is off. Where your focus goes, energy flows, right? So if you're focused on what you're running from, it's like you're looking in the rear view mirror, which is very, very tiny, very small. You're supposed to be looking through the windshield about where you're going, which is very big. So we all have this internal GPS system that's leading us somewhere. It's leading us somewhere, but you can't go anywhere until you know where you at. You can put the coordinates in to get to, you know, the mall or wherever it is that you're trying to go to. Let's just say your dreams. But if you don't know where you at right now, that's the first thing that we have to make a decision, be aware, understand that what type of fear is this that I'm feeling? Why won't I talk to this person? Why don't I believe that I deserve that next level, that goal, that dream, or that rank, or this income, or these relationships, which is, you know, one of my 5 pillars of wealth. Let's get back to that. But I want you guys to understand, man, you have to start making moves toward where you want to be. If you don't get nothing else off of this call, this is what has been on my heart all day. We are thinking about what we don't want instead of what we want. Write down what you want If you've done so already, type one in the comments. Like if you got a vision board, you build on your your dream, your goal, your purpose every single day. You feel like you're being creative every single day to get to it. You have everything written down every day of where you're going. Like type one in the comments. If you got a piece of that, type one in the comments. Just a little piece. It might not be all of them, but just one of them, right? Type one in the comments and celebrate your victory. Like I said at the beginning, God, or I said, people bring you up and they bring you down. They're like elevators, right? Well, you gotta understand that God sends you people when He want to bless you, and the enemy sends you people when He wants to destroy you and distract you. You got to develop a spiritual intuition that's so strong you're able to see it before it even happens, and y'all be feeling it. All right. I probably said it like that because I actually felt it. I felt it myself. You get into relationships, right? With business partners, or it can be a significant other, and you give so much to it. And then you understand that it has ran its course because it's bringing you down. It's terrorizing you. It's destroying you. It no longer fits where you're going. And that's just the truth. You have to align with everything that's in your being, everything that you value, who you are as a person and your character. If it's not in alignment with where you're going, you're not going to feel aligned and you're not going to feel good. Everybody on this call know exactly what they need to do to go to the next level. We having this call for nothing. Everybody that's listening to me right now know exactly what's blocking them to go to the next spot. Don't y'all? Am I lying or am I lying? I know it's the truth. If I ask you right now, what's stopping you from getting what it is that you know in your head that you want, you know exactly what's stopping you. You know exactly what's stopping. If it's nothing stopping you, then just go there. But we all know what's stopping us from our next thing, right? Even if you're accomplishing things right now, you just hit the next rank. Now it's another rank, right? What is in front of you that can stop you from that next rank? You know what it is. I'm not saying that you're not willing to get past it. I'm just saying you're aware that it's there. And if you're aware that it's there, it no longer ceases to stop you. So how is it stopping you if you know it's there? How is it stopping you if you know what it is? Because we're humans. All we have to do, if God created us in His image, then we can do all things. So all we got to do is see the problem and come up with a solution. That's it. And then that moves out of the way, right? Another mountain conquered, and then here comes another block. It's the journey. So what am I saying? Enjoy it. Have a ball. And if you're gonna have a ball, you gotta make sure that your relationships are intact. Don't sit underneath of somebody that's always criticizing you, right? Feedback is good. Feedback and criticism, two totally different things. Two totally different things. And I'm talking to my people because I'm dealing with the heart. I'm dealing with the soul right now. Like, I don't care about what you're going to do after this phone call because it's on you. Like, it's literally on you. I just know that I have to serve and do what it is that God is telling me to do. This is my walk. I can't get scared of this walk. And I've been scared of this walk for a long time. Why? Because I don't think I deserve it. I don't think that anymore. Like, I'm killing that. You have to kill yourself every single day. And I'm talking about the old version of you. Because it can't go to your next. It can't go. It's blocking things up. And I've seen it in the comments. Self. Because it's you that has to make the decision, even if it was something else. It's still you that got to make a decision to fix it. So yes, it is self. It is. But that doesn't mean beat yourself up. That means pick yourself up. That means look in the mirror like, oh yeah, you got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a pawn, but you're about to be a queen. You can't just be a queen. You can't just be a king. You are it, it's in you, but you have to go through some things to manifest it, like to see it. In order to see it, you have to be it. Ain't that crazy? You literally have to walk like you're that person right now. You have to talk like you're that person right now. Your manifestation season is coming. I don't know when it is, but one thing I do know is it doesn't come right after you plant the seed. The last pillar of wealth. So we got four so far. We got God, we got self, right? We got health, we have relationships. Stuff matters. It matters to me. I don't know about, like, I don't like the fact that every time I went around my dad was like, "What are you gonna do when I die?" My father used to say, "All of y'all, it's seven of us. I'm the oldest out of seven." So my dad used to say, "When y'all gonna come back and help me pull the wagon?" It seemed like everybody got out, and I'm the only one still pulling the wagon. You know what I'm saying? Basically, meaning he's still taking care of us, even though we adults. When somebody gonna actually come back and help me pull the wagon? All of these things that I used to hear from my pops, it actually made me not want to say stuff like that to other people, though. It made me want to make him proud. All I wanted to do was see a smile on my pops or make him happy with something that I was doing. Because obviously, what I was doing wasn't enough. Just imagine like going around your parents and it's just not enough. And even if they didn't say anything, you still have to go back to them for help. All this, like, you don't. Come on, y'all. I know I ain't the only one that felt this way before, and it makes you feel like, yo, I gotta make pops proud, so I go out here and I'm still doing it for the wrong reasons. That ain't the right reason to do it. Like, somebody has to do something about the way I feel. The only person who can do something about the way I feel is me. But in order to fix me, I have to be plugged in to the source. If I'm not plugged into the source, then I will constantly not know what's going on with me. And I will constantly be distracted and chasing this and chasing that and chasing this, only to arrive at nothing at the end of my life when my life was actually worth something. And I'm here for something. I'm here. I'm here for a reason. I'm not here to work for somebody for the rest of my life. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to stay the same. Like, you're gonna have to hurt some people's feelings, and that's okay. No, try it. Like, say no, no. I got this to do. I gotta handle this. No, I don't want you on the team. Yeah, you still got some growing to do. Read this book first. Watch this video first. Let me know how you feel about this. Figure out people's mindsets and help them shift it. And when you start providing value to the people, they'll start following, because people are looking for something to follow or lead them to where they want to be. Because everybody's soul is attached to where they're supposed to be. It's like you're feeling it. This right here is a stepping stone for a lot of y'all. It seems like, and it felt like for the longest time, every time I talk to people, they would go on and do great things. And I used to get jealous. I'm like, Lord, what's going on? Like, you got me here. I'm speaking to people, they're using it, and they're getting further than me. What is going on? Can I tell the truth to shame the devil tonight? Am I operating in who God called me to be, or am I operating in self? Self. Am I caring about the people that I'm helping, or am I caring about what I can get back after helping them? Selfish. Ego, edging God out. I had all of that. All of that. and it stopped me. It was poisonous. It was poisonous on the inside though. There's nothing stopping y'all, yeah. Your next is dependent on you making a decision and then making sure everything lines up with you and where you're going. Start paying attention and write the vision and making it plain of where you're going. Understand what you want. What do you want out this deal? Do you want to lose the weight? Do you want to feel great? Do you want to help other people feel the same? And do you want to change your finances to where you're on the right side of the cash flow quadrant instead of the left side? Do you want to change your family tree into a money tree? Guess what has to come first? Your relationships with your family. And if they, even though, like, if you can forgive and you go to show the love and the gratitude and things of that nature, and they don't want that, that's okay. You did your part because you're doing it for you, for them. It's so crazy how backwards it really is. I mean, it's not backwards. It's just the law of the word. Like, you literally have to do a thing to get a thing. And if you're not sowing, you don't reap. If you don't deposit, you can't withdraw. If you're not getting down with the get down, you can't have no babies. You feel me? That's the only thing. That's the only way to produce is to do a thing. All right. So the last thing is purpose. The last pillar is purpose. Purpose, money, same thing. Purpose. But when you are on the road and you understand the road that you're on and you start moving that direction, everything that you've been praying for is on that road. It's not on the road of doubt, slowpoke, take my time, procrastinate, not doing what I said I was going to do when I said I was going to do. It's not on that road. It's this road over here is very, very narrow, but it will lead you to where you are trying to go. And on this road is everything that you prayed for. He gave it, like I'm telling you, it's waiting on you because he says it's yours. Anything that you ask is yours. My yes and amen. You are a royal priesthood, kings and queens. You can have what you want. What you want, but you have to know what you want. And it's going to get to a point when you understand that it's not money. Like, I want me to understand me, to walk in my purpose, and everything else is attracted to that, including the income, including good relationships, including the feel good, the feeling better, the look in the mirror. And I think my butt getting big, all that stuff. You want to feel good. I think my stomach getting slim. How about that? Make a new song. But you want these things. Write it down. Write it down. Purpose. So, Tasha, that's my time. It's 8:57. I'm handing the call back over to you, sweetheart.
Oh, shucks. I'm going to hand the call over to the floor so they can tell you what they're feeling here tonight, Mr. Guy Coach. Y'all just need to open up. Brought him here for a reason. Tell him what he gave to you. Tell him what he wants participation. Let him know what you took away from this. I see some people wiping their eyes and tears and stuff. Open up and talk.
Hi there, Mr. Coates. My name is Maribel. I'm on the road. I'm driving. I just want to thank you for coming on. And I got to write down some stuff, so I'm hoping other people can give me notes. And I just want to commend you. Your motivation today opened me up. I had been feeling a cup down. I think it's because you had more of a spiritual background to it. And that's what I've been looking for. I hope somebody was recording it because his voice is so authoritative or authoritarian that it motivates me. I'm that type of person. I need to be on a short leash and be spoken to very direct. And if I hear it every day, I know I can get it done. What's holding me back is a job that has me away from my house more than I should be. That's my declare, and I'm getting ready to give it up and be with Tasha and let go and work on my retirement. I'm 52, pushing 53. I have no more
Wow.
time to give to an employer who is ungrateful. So thank you. I appreciate. God bless, brother. God bless.
Bless you too, and amen, and thank you so much. Let me say this to you real quick. I understand what you don't want no more, but after this call, you should know where you're going. I want you to focus on where you're going. It's going to make you feel so amazing. You have to focus on where you're going. Don't stay in that past. Don't stay in the where you coming from. You have to let that stuff go. It's hard to let go of, man. It's so much stuff that held me back, Queen. And it's so much stuff that I was running from. You have to get to the point where you're running to. You have to make it clear. It has to be specific. You have to write it down, and you have to know that you're going to, if it's a rank you're trying to hit and it'll get rid of the job, write it down and say, I'm hitting it on this date. Don't worry about when it's how it's going to happen. Don't focus on the how. Just write down where you're going. Write the date down. Feel it, like talk to yourself every day and say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am at this rank. I'm finally quitting my job. This is what I deserve. This is what I deserve. Talk to yourself, like, because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. You have to talk to yourself. You're best friend. And we be tearing ourselves. I'm not the only one. And the reason why I tear up about this is because I've been doing it for so long and didn't even know. I was wondering why I can't get to why is it every time I get close, God, knock me back down? Why do I keep getting knocked back? I'm telling you, I'm going after the wrong things. So understand where you're going, right? Write it down. That's all I had to say.
I got it recorded, Maribel. And one thing that I put in the chat that goes in line with what Guy is saying is that your past will trip up your future every day.
Well,
you got to let it go. Who's next? Let's go, guys.
Guy, this is Jackie. I really enjoy. Hey, Guy. I really enjoyed your speech. I was about to say preach on, preacher, preach on. But it was nothing like confirmation. So I appreciate you so very much, and I appreciate your message. It really resonated. So thank you.
You're welcome, Queen. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Thanks for being on and showing up for your own rescue.
Next. Let's go quick, everyone. Going once. Y'all know I'll end this call.
Don't end the call. I want to say thank you to guys. Good to see you. And yes,
Likewise.
I am showing up for my own rescue. So okay. I appreciate it. I really do. Every word. I gotta go back and listen again, but thank you.
So do I. So do I.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome. Just know what's your next goal that you want to hit?
My next goal is bronze.
Bronze?
Yeah.
And what's stopping you? You know it's already done, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's already done. Like as soon as you start moving them pieces, it's a wrap. It's already done, man. I hope it's
long time.
Get on you. I wanted to get on you.
Just like you said, this is the manifestation is long overdue. Let's just put it that way.
Here's the thing that I had to figure out about myself. I wasn't consistent. Not saying that's about not saying it's about you. I'm just telling you, that's what's coming up in me right now. I was not consistent. Anytime I wasn't consistent, it's like this, you know. And then what happens with me is I start beating me up about not being consistent. And I know that what people are saying is actually true because I'm not consistent. You know what I mean? But if I'm consistent and it just keeps doing this, and I'm only consistent because I feel as though I know what's on the other side, and it can't
Last
be.
thing, it's one of those things that they said when my kids went to school. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, throw it away. My toe is jammed in it right now. Okay, I got you.
You said my toe jammed in that bad boy. I hate.
We have Benjamin with his hand up. Go ahead, Benjamin. You gotta unmute, baby.
So I really appreciate the fact that you came down and dropped it, basically gave a formal introduction of what it is we need to do in order to succeed in this business. And, you know, adding the spiritual part is gotta be the only way, because we're in a spiritual battle every day in this world. And that's what's operating as a function is a spirit. So if something that is beneficial as this company, it looks satisfying and it's sounding satisfying just from everybody breaking down the compensation plan on how to be a business person with this company. Well, in the beginning, you know, there's also a spirit of folly, a spirit of wickedness. And that spirit also attracts itself to worldly custom and tradition that are that people in the world associate themselves with. So as I have been going about my days trying to figure out, is this even possible for me? Is this a godly business? Is this a godly spirit that's telling me to go out there and just make money? Is this the spirit that led me to get baptized? So I'm in my head trying to figure out what spirit is it, and I'm telling you right now that the spirit that's in you is the spirit that I want. The spirit, that's the drive that I want, because I'm not focused on making money. And I've had money in my life, so it's not a problem. We've all had money, but the opportunity to experience having multi-million-dollar, being a part of something big and creating all this money, that's not what I see. I see an opportunity to help change people's lives. And by the message that you're displaying tonight on this call, that message is what we need more. We need more individuals like you speaking a profound message of honesty, breaking it down so formal. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't even know you, but the reason why, and I hear people say during the week that individuals are lazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I told David Marquez yesterday, I am lazy. And there's a reason why I'm lazy. It's because for 13 years, bro, I was in prison. I just been out for 4 years. For 4 years, I've done more things in my life. I'm 35 years old. I've done more things in the last 4 years than I've ever done. So my transformation is just not about Beta Divina and making money right now. My transformation is bigger than that.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? But learning these tools on how to be an entrepreneur and going out and prospecting and overcoming that hump, coming live and listening to you and Tasha and listening to other individuals, that's the only way that I'm going to be able to break that barrier.
There you go.
But also with that spirit that's in you right now, that's the only way that I'm gonna be able to break that barrier.
You know it, man. Listen, man, can I say something to you?
Bro, the godly spirit that's in you, that spirit is gonna help me break that habit of not wanting to go out there and talk to people. That's what I'm saying.
Let me
So
tell
that
you this, man.
that godly spirit that you're carrying is what I
Mhm.
need, so I can go out there and promote and be with a smile and be courageous. Right now, I just don't have that drive.
You got it. You got it. You got it already because you know that you need it. And God heard everything you said, and you got that now. What I want you to understand is you said you need more of me. They need more of you. They need you to step up and speak this message. If that's how you feel, then you speak it. Like, just go ahead and do it. Like, the person that you up against right now is self. That's who you up against. You ain't up against the people, none of that. Like, you have to stand on what you value. Where
Right.
you're at right now in this business is exactly where you're supposed to be. Ain't that crazy? You're exactly, this conversation had to happen. You're exactly in the business you're supposed to be in right now. Right. This is exact after 4 years of being in prison, doing whatever you did in the past, where you're at now, where you're moving forward. Now it's time to actually zero in on it, hone in on it. Like, literally write it down. No, if you can't get up and look at your wall somewhere and know where you're going, that is what needs to happen next. You have to know where you're going next with what you're doing now. Am I making sense, Doc? Feel it, do it now. We ain't no more talking about what we don't have now, what we need, that's lack. You got it now. Jesus ain't come for nothing. All of that stuff that you thou shalt not, that stuff is in the past. He already knew what you was gonna do. And he know where you going. And he told you you can have it. Just go get it. And go get it with other people that feel the same way you feel. They won't know how you feel until you open your mouth and you tell them. It sounds realer than let's go make $1 million. That's
Yep.
what I gotta say about that. You got it, King. Like, I know where we go, bruh. I know. Let's go. Like, let's go. And it's on you. You had to participate in your own rescue. Thank you for showing up for your own rescue tonight. It's a wrap now, brother. You needed the seed tonight. And tonight you're sowing this. I don't care if it's you firing yourself tonight because the old version of you wasn't, where you wanted to be at. And then you rehire yourself because it's you that's going to save the day. Rehire yourself and let's go get it. Rehire the new version of yourself.
They can't stop you. Your faith ain't never small. That's what brought you this far. You got your dreams and you got your
Is that my time?
Just wait for the hook. Wait for the hook. What you just told Benjamin? Benjamin, go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessings. Go get it. Go get it. All right. Harold had her hand up, and then I know Erica, and we'll close out with them too, since everybody else want to be hesitant. Harold, you had your hand up, baby.
I think Harold just dropped off.
Okay, then I guess it's on you, Erica.
Well, first off, let me speak to the team before I speak to God. I want to say to the team, I'm glad that y'all got to hear him. And I'm going to tell you why. When I first came into the business, I came in under Latasha. I didn't know her. I came in with somebody else under her. But the first person I heard to speak and to speak life into me was this man, Mr. Guy Coates. And I remember that SW method that I'm always telling y'all. Right. I got that from him and so much more. So many days that I want to quit, Guy pops in my head. It doesn't matter if he hasn't been here. He still pops in my head, and so many things that he said has kept me going. And I'm so glad that y'all got to hear the same thing. And I hope you get the same inspiration from God that I have gotten from him 2017. I want to say that was April 2017 that I first heard him. So I'm going to say, and I've said this to you so many times, God, thank you for inspiring me back then as you are inspiring me now. You have inspired me so in between. Now I'm going to take my glasses off for this right here. Because God, it's so many times I have told you, you are the TD Jakes of our version, of our generation. Remember I used to call you Gael Coates? I see it in you, and I see you stepping into it. And so many times you back off because you get scared of the anointing that's on you. But instead of you running from that anointing, God keep pushing you to it. And you got to come onto it. Just like you keep telling us where we running from instead of running to it, you got to do the same thing, brother. And I see it, and I've seen it in you from day one. And I'm so, so glad that you still listening to the voice of God. And I know why the devil fighting you. I know why your internet was going out, because your internet ain't never went out, but your internet going out tonight. I know why your headphones got all this feedback in it. It's just like I said, because the devil got something in you that he does not want you to give, but you gave it tonight, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it for myself. I appreciate it for my team, because I tell everybody, it's enough bread out here for all of us to eat, but we got to go get it. We got to go get it. So everything you said, love it, brother. And I pray that everything that you have given to us, God gives it back to you doubly.
Thank you.
And I wish you would come back to Rita. You know, because you was a power horse, y'all. I'm gonna tell you now, I learned of God all the time. But God is a power horse, and I know why the devil fights you so hard, because that anointing is all over
behind
you.
him like this, and I grabbed
Benjamin, I'm gonna need you to mute your phone.
I got it.
Whoever you talking to, tell him
I got him.
that. Thank you. But
God,
for real.
We talking after this. Understand, guy, you coming into another Zoom room once this is over.
I'm here though. Like I don't like I'm.
We
here,
got
though.
some
Y'all
talking to
still
do. We got some
that's
talking to do.
Okay. I got you.
Go ahead, Erica. And Erica gonna come in with me.
No, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, you are.
You know I got to get these kids to bed, but
that's all right.
Anyway, God, thank you.
You're welcome.
For the team, something that I got my laptop down tonight, and it's something that I look at quite often, but I hadn't seen it the past couple of days since I've had my laptop up, and it's been behind it. So me having it down, sitting over here, I see it now, and it made me think of what God says. And what this says is, help me to see it as it is, and help me to see it better than it is. Then help me to act upon it. Mm-hmm. All of us, we got to see ourselves for how we are, see ourselves for where we're going. Then we got to go get it. Act on it.
That thing ain't saying nothing about
That's for you too, GL Coates. I keep telling you, come on out there and throw it out like TD Jakes. I was sleepy. I just said I ain't getting on tonight. I'm sleepy, but I'm glad I got on. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Tasha, for getting him.
All right, guys. So with that, we're gonna close this out. Guy, I'm gonna send you another link. I just want to have 15 minutes of your time if you don't mind.
All right. That's cool.
All right, guys. Good night, everyone. Apply it.
All right, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Thank y'all.
Can we just open, everybody give him a heart. Give him a heart. Use your reactions and give him a heart.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
You're welcome.